What's happening? I dominate life, family. I'm driving along and I was thinking, I said, I'm encouraging myself. So I said, I'm just going to encourage some other people too. And I was thinking about this dialogue with death that we have. And I just began thinking, I was rehearsing some things in my mind and thinking about how we sit there and we talk about the past with ourselves. We dialogue about the past, and the past is killing us. The stuff that's in yesterday is killing us, but we dialogue with it. We dialogue with yesterday's failure. We even dialogue with yesterday's success, and we stay there and we keep having this conversation in the past, and the past is robbing us of our present and it's robbing us of our future. And as I was thinking, I began thinking about this, that all things work together for the good of those that are called according to the purpose. And we're called is past tense. And so I started thinking, when you're called, that's in the past. That means that happens before everything that comes after it. That's in the past. And then I started thinking about my calling. I said, well, we also have a calling. And so I looked up the word calling, and looking up the word calling, it says it brings you towards something, too, as in moving forward, as in moving in a direction towards something. A calling takes you into your future. And so you have this calling, but yet you've been called. So when you're called, that's in the past tense. Your calling keeps calling you into the present and into the future. And so there's this hope that we have in being called and having a calling, which constantly moves us from one place to another place. But yet we are having this conversation and this dialogue with death that says, oh, yesterday I messed up. Yesterday I wasn't so good. Yesterday I see my faults and I see my failures. And yesterday this and yesterday that. And so yesterday is holding us captive and holding us hostage instead of letting us move forward into our calling, which means I'm taking you into a future. And so we're trapped because we're having this dialogue with death, even though we are destined to dominate. You're destined to dominate. Instead of having a dialogue with domination, we're having this dialogue with death. Instead of having a dialogue with our destiny, we're having a dialogue with death, and we're being robbed each and every moment because we only have so many moments to live. And yet we're thinking about yesterday, and yesterday is stealing. Your calling, there's a calling that is saying, leave from where you are. There's something more in the future. And so when we start to look and know that before we had our mistakes, before we messed up, before things went wrong, we were called. There was something in us. We were called. That's past tense. So even if we're going to have a dialogue with the past tense, we might as well have a dialogue with the past tense of destiny. Because we were called. Before the mistakes, we were called. So that's our past tense. There was a calling in the past. We were called. And so if we're going to dialogue with anything, why not dialogue with what we were called to in the past? Because what is calling us in the future, we were called to in the past. So in the past, we see that we had something. In the future, it says we still have something because it's still calling us. What was there that caused us to be called is in the future, which is calling us. Which means we have to move from where we are to where we're meant to be. Stop having your dialogue with death. Start to have your dialogue with your destiny. Start to have the dialogue with the dominance of your life. Do not be deterred. Don't be turned away. Don't look to the left and don't look to the right. Start to hear your calling and move directly towards it. If you're supposed to sing, sing. If you're supposed to minister, minister. If you're supposed to start a business, start your business. If you're supposed to be a better husband, be a better husband. If you're supposed to be a better wife, be a better wife. If you're supposed to be a better parent, be a better parent. Whatever is calling you, stay focused, 100% focused, and move towards it. You are destined to dominate. So do so. Love you all very much. See you.